Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from Elizabeth Books, and I'm here today to do my October wrap-up and my mid-November wrap-up. So I've been totally just putting it off filming the past 2 weeks. I'm really sorry I haven't put videos up or anything. I've just been kind of lazy and I haven't wanted to edit anything. So I'm just doing the rest of the books I read in October and the books I've read this first half of November all in one video because there's not that many. I felt like to make 2 videos, and yeah, so first, in the second half of October, I read Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. That's the second book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bones trilogy, and I borrowed it from my friend Ashley from Tea Leaves and Bookbinding, so I don't have it to show you. But it was okay. I really loved the first book, so I was looking forward to that second book, and it actually wasn't that good to me. I gave it 3 stars. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't captivated or really into it like I was the first book. So I'm excited just to read the third one to see how the story ends. Then I read Heir Apparent by Vivian van de Velde, and this was one of my favorite books growing up, and I haven't really read it in a few years, so I was like, well, let's reread it to see if I actually still like it. And I do. I think it's really good. It's about a girl who goes in a virtual reality game, and she picks a game that's a medieval. You find out you are the heir to a kingdom, heir to the throne, and so it's a video game where whatever you do can affect the game. So it's and normally if you die in these kind of games, it's fine. You just restart from the beginning and there's no problem. But the game's facility she's at has been taken over by protesters who mess up something, and she is stuck in the game. If she dies, it's she has however many hours to play, and if she dies, she's going to die in real life because it's going to fry her brain and stuff because she's connected. So she needs to beat this game, but hasn't ever played it before, so she just keeps dying in different ways, and I really like it. It's one of my favorite books. I really like virtual reality type game or books. Those are my favorite. Any book to do with something on the internet or a game messing it up is my favorite. That's my favorite Pendragon book. James Dashner has a series like that. Ready Player One. So yeah, any of those kind of books I enjoy a lot. So this one is really cute. A lot of reviews are oh, you have to be young to enjoy it, but I'm 23 and I still think it's really good. I don't think the character acts too young or anything. She's supposed to be 14, and to me I feel like she's older than 14. So I don't know, I just really enjoy these type of books though, so yeah. Then on my Kindle I read Everything by Nicola Yoon, and I was really enjoying it at first. It's about a girl who has a disease that if she goes outside she'll stop breathing and she'll die because she's she's allergic to everything. So she lives inside her house. It's everything has to be clean before it comes in and blah blah blah. So she's a very weak immune system because she's never been nothing's ever affected her or anything. The neighbors move next door, and the girl starts developing a crush on the boy neighbor just by them seeing each other, and they start IMing each other. And eventually he comes over to visit, and so I really was enjoying it at first. It was a really cute story. But the boy character was a John Green character, a manic pixie boy instead of girl. And it just perfect, perfect for the main character. Perfect. Young adult always has to be so perfect. So it was good at first, but then the last half of the book I did not enjoy. I was probably going to give it a 4.5 star, and I lowered it to it's a 2.53 for me now because of how it ended, and yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it because I don't think it was that good. I feel like it let you down as a story. Just me. Then I read Sisterland by Curtis Sittenfeld, and Prep by her is one of my favorite books growing up, and I read one of her other books. I read The Man of My Dreams last month or the month before, and I did not enjoy it, but this one I actually really did enjoy. It's about 2 girls and they're twins, and it's just about them growing up and how they kind of stop being friends with each other, and they kind of have psychic powers. The main character Daisy, she kind of, as she gets older, tries to stop associating with being psychic and kind of stops wanting to associate with her sister to be normal. So she changes her name to Kate, and she doesn't talk about that she can be psychic or anything like that. But her sister is still in her life, still a great like friend to her, but she's very like, oh, I'm psychic, oh, all out of control. But the back made it sound like that they hated each other and they like were out of each other's lives and stuff, but it really wasn't. They were always in each other's lives. It's just Kate stopped being like, oh yeah, I'm psychic, but still to herself she was. And she like told her husband and everything, but he didn't really believe her, but you know, he just went along with it because he was like, okay, whatever you say, honey. But he wasn't really like honestly believing her. So they have a vision that there will be an earthquake, and it's just about them, her twin sister Violet, just getting out there with her psychic, going on TV shows, like telling people how there is going to be an earthquake. And it took me a really long time to read. I read this like all throughout the month of October, but when I finished it, I was really surprised with it. Then I read The Last Olympian, the 5th book in the Percy Jackson series. Whoa, like about time, Lisbeth, because I don't even know when I read the 4th book, like 6 months ago or something. I don't even know. It's been a long time. So I'm really glad I finished the series. It was a good conclusion. I thought I gave it 5 stars. Like, I really enjoyed it. I really like Percy Jackson. I think it's really funny. And it, like, the sarcasm humor just like is something I love. And so a lot of people say this is like a younger book, but I thought it was like quirky and funny, and so I really liked it. And I really want to read the spin-off series or whatever, the, what is that one called? The like Heroes of Olympia series or something. But yeah, I'm excited to probably borrow those from Ashley because I know she has them. Then I reread Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. I read this last August and I decided to reread it because I remember reading it. I loved the beginning, didn't really like the middle, and then like loved at the end. But rereading this, I absolutely loved everything about it. I gave it 5 stars, like rereading it. It was actually super good. I loved it. I don't even know. I don't know why I didn't like it. But I know why I shouldn't like it, because there is like insta-love and stuff, but like rereading it a second time, I just absolutely loved it, and I loved the characters, and I didn't even care that they like instantly loved each other. I was just like, nope, this is my favorite book ever, and I'm trash, but I love it. It's so good. It is a Beauty and the Beast retelling story, and yeah, it's my favorite. Then on my phone, I just read, it's called Bridge of Snow, and it's the Winter's Trilogy, like, little novella. So the Winter's like, Curse trilogy of these books. It's like a little novella for it, and it's in the point of view of, I can't remember his name, but he's the slave in the beginning of the book. And it's just his mom telling him like a bedtime story basically, and I thought it was really cute. It was just a cute little novella of his mom telling him a story, and it's just about how his mom like at the end says like he would never say anything, but she like loved him the most, and it was really sad but like cute, and I enjoyed it. It's like, you know, it took like 2 minutes to read. It was like a short little page novella, but it was really cute. And finally in October I read The Rose Society, which is the 2nd book in the Young Elite series by Maria Lu. Oh my god, super loved it. Not as much as the 1st book, but still absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 stars. This is one of my new favorite trilogies. I mean, I can't really talk about it because I don't want to ruin the 1st book, but read that 1st book. It's great, and then you read this one. This one's even darker and more scary, and the ending, oh my god, the ending is so good. It's like such a cliffhanger, so scary and dark, and I need the next one. When's that gonna be? Like a year from now? Probably. I'm really sad. Ugh. And now the things I read so far this November, not that many, so that's why I'm including this. So first I read Dark Places by Gillian Flynn, I don't know. And it was actually really good. I liked it. It was very dark and twisted though. It like scared me. I put it down for a little bit because it freaked me out. But it is about a girl named Libby who, when she was 7, her 2 sisters and mom are brutally like murdered in her house, and she blames it on her older 15-year-old brother. He goes to jail because back then it was like, you know, the 70s or 80s. They didn't really have crime scene stuff for like evidence of who did it, or you know, on things. So the little girl said it was her brother, so they were like, okay, it's her brother. And she just throughout her years she's never worked, never done anything, because she had like a book deal and like magazine articles, so she's just been getting money all throughout her life, and now she is 30 and she has like $1,000 to her name. She has no money. because she's never worked at all. And so she's like, oh, I kind of need to work, but instead this group called the Killer Club, something like that, comes up to her and is like, hey, if you help us like investigate your brother's like your mom and sister's murder and like say that it wasn't your brother, we'll like pay you every time, and if you give us like notes from your sister's diary and stuff, we'll pay you. So she's like, okay. So she starts like investigating her, she goes back to being 7, investigating the murders, and she gets like paid money to ask people different questions, give them notes and stuff. So it was very selfish, I thought, of her, of why she was doing. She was just like, oh, instead of getting a real job, I'm gonna like exploit my dead family even more to get more money, which I thought was really sad and weird. And the back makes it sound like it says like she's running away from a killer. She's never ever in trouble of the killer. It's literally the last like 10 pages when you like figure out who it is. Yeah. So it's not like the whole book she's running from a killer or anything. It's like the last 10 pages when she finds out who it is, and they know she knows, so then they want to kill her. But you know, it's not throughout the book. So that's what I was like, I hate backs of books. This is why I don't read them, because then you look forward to something or you don't look forward to something and it doesn't even happen. So yeah. So I really did enjoy it. I don't think it was as good as Gone Girl, but I still really liked it, and I'm excited to read more of Gillian Flynn's books. Then in November I read all of the Fruits Basket mangas, so 1 through 23 of Fruits Basket. I don't have them to show you, I borrowed them from Ashley. But it is about a girl named Toru whose mom dies, and she lives in the woods until her neighbors Yuki and Shigure Soma like find her, and then she begins to live with them. You find out that the Soma family has like a secret. When members of the opposite sex hug them, they turn into animals of the Chinese zodiac, including the cat, which is not actually part of it because God kicked him out of the ceremony. I know way too much about this, okay? Fruits Basket was my life growing up. But yeah, I decided to reread them. Very good, very sad. I'm so mad at the anime though, because the anime literally is like maybe 9 of the mangas, and then there's like a bunch of the anime that isn't even in the manga. But the anime couldn't show like all of the characters of the Zodiac, which made me mad because they had a bunch of filler episodes in the anime, that those filler episodes could have been introducing characters of the Chinese Zodiac who you only get to know in the manga that aren't in the anime. Yeah, made me sad. But yeah, really good. Loved it. Fruits Basket is my life. So many tears and feels. So much love yourself. You are great. Everything's great. Believe in yourself. That's what Fruits Basket is. Believe in yourself, love yourself, everything's good. I love Toru. And finally, this first half of November, I read Lumberjanes Friendship to the Max, which is volume 2 in the Lumberjanes novel, graphic novel series. Very cute. I really like this series. It's just quirky and cute. And it is a cute girl at summer camp that is weird and magical, and strange things happen to their summer camp. It's not just them like making friendship bracelets and kayaking. It's running from dinosaurs and mystical creatures and stuff, and it's just really cute and I really enjoyed it. And so those are all the books I read the second half of October and the first half of November. I'll link below my mid-October wrap-up if you guys haven't seen that. And because I'm not going to do a November TBR because November is almost half over, I'm just going to draw from my 2 left of my little challenge that Kat from Catty-tastic made up. It's like a reading challenge. So let's just see which one I got this month. We're going to do read a series finale. So I have Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor. This is the last book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bones series. So I will try to read this second half of November to talk about it to you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.